So turtles are unique animals, and they don't move very quickly. Instead, they like to take their time.
Apparently, it's in their DNA. Here with more insight for Critters Uncaged, Dr. Sarah Wright, wildlife and zoological medicine instructor at the University of Illinois. It's good to have you back, Sarah.
Hi, guys.
So you brought some turtles.
We did.
Is it in their DNA to be slow?
Surprisingly, actually, these guys are pretty fast when they want to be. You'd be surprised. They escape us sometimes. So yeah.
This is kind of a dangerous time for turtles.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, so 3 out of 4 of these guys actually. See, fast. I'm going to hand him to you, actually, and I'm going to steal this guy. So this is the time of year where breeding happens, and so a lot of these guys, actually, especially this guy who I'm holding right now.
Who's ready to go,
Who's ready to go, because she actually has eggs in her. Yeah. We took x-rays of her, and we know that she has eggs. You can actually feel them just by palpation as well. Okay. But these guys, basically, 3 out of 4 of these guys are aquatic turtles, so they live in the water the most of the time, but obviously they don't lay the eggs there, and so they have to leave their ponds, streams, lakes, what have you, and lay their eggs somewhere else. And while they're doing that, they cross roads.
Okay,
and
back
so,
up.
Yeah.
How do you know which ones are aquatic and which ones aren't?
That's a great question. So if you look at these 3 guys right here, so we have a painted turtle, you're holding a painted turtle, I'm holding a red-eared slider, and this guy who doesn't want to come out of his shell is a cooter. These guys are all aquatic turtles. They're very flat. They have long little nails, and honestly, we find them in water a large portion of the time.
Well, I'm seeing a little like algae or something on his shell too.
And then this guy over here, this is actually a box turtle. So I say turtle. Box turtles are actually terrestrial turtles, very similar to tortoises. Okay. So he's a little different over there. But so
he
actually
spends more time out of water. And these guys spend more time in water than out.
Exactly. Okay. So the 3 of these guys right here, aquatic turtles here, we actually know they were hit by cars. They were brought in off of the road, and all 3 of these guys actually have little wires in, and this guy has them all over from actually putting their shells back together.
Yeah, come on in. I want to be able to see everyone at home to be able to see.
Yeah, so this guy on here, this guy on the back, and on the bottom.
So this is going to be like a permanent fix for them?
Permanent.
They won't like grow back together or
no, so this is actually, this whole area that was fractured is going to seal closed just like a fractured limb would. These little wires are keeping the pieces together until it actually heals. We'll release him with those wires in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not going to hurt him. He's going to adapt to that.
Yes, exactly. And we bend them in a way where they're not going to get caught on anything.
Is there a way, I mean, we just have to pay better attention to what to what we see on the road in front of us.
Yeah, so really, this is the time of year, and there are a lot of signs out that say turtle crossing, so that's one good thing to look for. A lot of people will actually try to put those signs up in places they know turtles are crossing.
I've never seen a turtle crossing
they're turtle crossing signs. They're really cute.
Oh my word.
So really, you just have to be cognizant of it. Sadly, a lot of people will actually aim for turtles sometimes.
What?
Yep, when driving, which is really quite sad. But really, all you have to do is just be careful of it. And if you do see one of these guys on the side of the road, kind of 2 big things. One, if they look uninjured, you pick them up, you move them to wherever they were going to, okay? So you want them in the direction that they're going to, okay? If they do look injured, so these guys all had fractured shells, you bring them into the wildlife clinic. And these guys can have some pretty crazy fractures, and they heal so amazingly well. Can still live, heal so well. This little guy right here has 1, 2, 3, if you flip him over, 4, 5 different areas that we actually put back together.
And he's still going.
And he's still going, and he'll be fine.
How long is the recovery time? Does it depend on the accident?
Depends on the accident. So these guys, reptiles in general, they heal very, very slow. So you went back to, are they fast or slow? Healing-wise, they're very slow. So these guys actually can take weeks to months, depending on their injuries. If they're actually missing any parts of their shells, sometimes we can have them for a full year or more, just because they have to really heal in those areas.
So they do that naturally. You don't graft in like a shell or something?
No, not usually. They do it right on their own.
You know, we were at Holiday World over the weekend, and it seemed like every cast, they were catching turtles.
Yep.
So it is the season,
they're out and about. They're out and about.
All right, it's Dr. Sarah Reach. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
No problem, guys.
With our little turtle friend.
No.
So yes, be on the lookout, friends, and we'll connect you with everything happening there at the U of I at SayLiving.tv.
And if you're aiming for turtles while you're driving, remember, karma. Something to think about.
Coming up